night of action here in Sydney, Australia, as BCW brings you the first ever Triple S Cup. I am Ryan Steigerwald. I will be your host here this evening, as we've got 4 big singles matches as always, followed by our co-main evented Fatal 4-Way Elimination matches in the main event. We've got big Night 2 action coming at you with first, Britters Bear versus Stacy Stagg. Britters Bear coming off a really rough night 1. She did lose her first matchup, but she did do fairly decent in the Fatal 4-Way later on in that night, getting the runner-up before falling to the Wendigo Queen, which that right there is a hot-button match that I'm sure the BCW fanbase is going to be looking forward to down the line. But, like I have mentioned multiple times over the last night, and I'm sure I will be mentioning many more times tonight, it is still anybody's game. You see here in the South Star Siren tournament, it is a round-robin style, 2 points for a win, 1 for a draw, 0 for a loss. If you win your match of the night, you will go to the winner's main event Fatal 4-Way, and if you win that, you will get an additional 3 points added to your score. If you get the runner-up spot, 2 points, first one eliminated 1 point, and the second one eliminated 1 point, and the first one eliminated gets nothing. That also goes for the Losers Fatal 4-Way Elimination match right before that. Going into this match tonight, who would have thought that Stacy Stagg would be coming off of a performance in the Winners Fatal 4-Way the night before, and Britters would be coming off the Losers Fatal 4-Way. These two ladies are not unfamiliar with each other. They faced off in one of the early weeks here of BCW's existence, and I'm sure Stacy Stagg is looking to regain her win over Britters Bear after a real devastating loss in the early weeks. Stacy, of course, preoccupied with her ongoing rivalry with Rose, and her husband's ongoing rivalry with Red Angel. And just like last night, these fans here in Sydney, Australia do not give 1 ounce of a damn about Stacy Stagg. But she's going to keep on rolling with it, as she always does. And here we go. Night 2 is underway as Britters comes out strong with several strikes to Stacy. Britters lifts her up, going for a big power bomb, but Stacy counters into a DDT, bringing Britters Bear to the mat. Stacy goes for a drop kick, collides successfully, and now she's looking to scale the top rope. Taking some time to taunt. Takes her down with a big forearm. Impressive athleticism from Stacy Stagg early on. And there we go. The normal BS tricks that has gotten Stacy as far as she's gotten. Just absolutely disrespecting Britters Bear on the ground. Going for a pin, but rope break almost immediately. Was not a good decision on Stacy Stagg's part there. Goes for that drop kick again, and Stacy Stagg is absolutely punishing Britters Bear here in the early match. Choke slam to Britters Bear. Stacy absolutely taking control here. Ties her up, lifts her up, suplex, gets her down, goes for the pin. Rope break once again. Night 1, Stacy Stagg showed a lot of excellent ring awareness, but so far in Night 2, she has not been showing that at all. Britters tried to get a little bit momentum going. Stacy counters, but Britters counters right back and goes right after the right arm of Stacy Stagg. Britters needs to mount some momentum. Lifts her up, goes for a suplex, but Stacy slips out and hits her with a big German suplex. It has been all Stacy Stagg from the get-go. And here she goes for the pedigree. Successfully hits the pedigree. We got to see one of the biggest upsets in the tournament. One, two. Oh, and Brittersbear kicks out at 2. Stacey thought she could get it real early on, but Britters is just an incredible, tough athlete. No way she's going to be going down this early on in the match, regardless what Stacey brings up. Goes for a big axe handle, knocks Britters right back down to the mat. Lifts her up, goes for the pedigree again, but this time Britters catches the leg, ties her up, lifts her up, and oh my goodness. Big slam to Stacey Stagg. Britters has taken over the match right from under her nose and locks in the bear trap. But Stacey gets her foot on the rope. Great ring awareness from Stacey Stagg. Once again, grabs the bottom rope, absolutely not giving anything to Brittersbear there. Britters needs to pull her away from the rope and get some big damage in. She has not had a great outing so far in this match. Stacey doing what Brittersbear should have done and drags her away from the ropes. Here we go, huge curb stomp to Brittersbear. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Stacey Stagg cannot get the victory over Brittersbear here tonight. She wants nothing more to avenge that embarrassing loss when Brittersbear made her tap out in some of the early weeks here in BCW. Stacey goes to the top rope and misses with the splash. Brittersbear rolls out of the way. Britters gets right back to her feet, delivers a kick, ties her up. Stacey counters out, goes for a hit, throws her right into the turnbuckle. Lifts her up. Could she be going for the top rope pedigree? Britters counters, jumps back down. Suplex to Stacey Stagg, a brain buster. But she's still too close to the ropes. Exactly. Britters has not had good ring awareness at all, but it may not matter because the bear trap is locked in and Stacey Stagg is nowhere near the rope. Will Stacey tap out to the bear trap? Britters lets her go. She has not done nearly enough damage. Britters going for a moonsault. And here we go. Could this be it? Britters is looking for something. Takes her down to the drop toe hold and locks in the bear trap in the middle of the ring. Will Stacey Stagg tap out to the bear trap here in night 2? And she does. Brittersbear getting her first win of the Triple S Cup here on night 2. An excellent showing from Stacey Stagg, but Brittersbear, that veteran elite experience, just has one step over Stacey Stagg here tonight. Stacey gave it her all. She gave her a curb stomp, a pedigree, dirty tactic, anything, but she could not get the victory over Brittersbear here tonight. And Brittersbear finally getting on the scoreboard in a meaningful way. She got 2 points from being a runner-up last night. She just got 2 points here. That is 4 points on the scoreboard with a possibility to make that 7 later on tonight in the main event. Excellent showing from Brittersbear, and hopefully that gets her right on track to be a contender later on here in the Triple S Cup. Up next, we've got Rose versus Anna Lane, a couple of stablemates looking at each other from the developmental system now in the pros. And here comes Rose. And just like Britters Bear, I'm sure Rose is looking for a big night here in night 2 if she has any hope of winning the Triple S Cup. Night 1, for lack of a better term, was not particularly successful for Rose, as she did lose to Stacy Stagg in her match, and then proceeded to be the first one eliminated in the Losers Fatal 4-Way later on that night. But, as I've mentioned prior, it is anybody's tournament still this early on. She wins here tonight and moves on to the Winners Fatal 4-Way, and that's a possible 5 points headed her way, and she's right up there in the mix in her block. But if anyone has to say anything about that, it is this woman right here, Anna Lane, who put on one of the most impressive performances of night 1. Not only beating Britters Bear, but coming damn near close to winning the whole damn thing in the main event. Anna Lane is leading the A block right now, and she hopes for nothing more than to continue that lead going into night 3 tomorrow night. Anna Lane and Rose both growing up and developing here in BCW around the same time. They are both learning day by day, match by match. And just like last night, I guarantee you tonight both of these ladies will be walking out of their match better than they were when they went into it. Referee rings the bell and the two ladies square off and lock up in the middle of the ring. Anna Lane lifts her up. Big slam to Rose to start out the match. Anna Lane attacking that right arm as she goes for a drop kick to Rose's left shoulder. Anna goes to the top rope. Moonsault to Rose. Unrelenting assault this early on. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, and an early 2 count from Rose. She's still very much dazed after that night 1 performance. But hopefully she can pick up some momentum here, or Anna Lane is going to absolutely run straight over her. These two ladies have had vastly similar experiences to get to this point, but both of their night 1s could not be any more different. Rose just absolutely tearing that left arm out of its socket. Now going after the other arm as well. Ooh, just laying in the punches on Anna Lane early on. Anna looked like she was going to be taking over at the beginning of this match, but Rose very quickly getting right back into it. And a high 2 count from Anna Lane as well. These two ladies know each other very well. I expect nothing more than a back and forth clash as this match continues on. Very, very rough landing from Rose there. Anna going right back onto the offense. Turns around and locks her. She's going for that big stomp that helped her put away Britters Bear the night before. Could she be doing the same thing to Rose here in the night 2 of the Triple S Cup? Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Rose kicks out. Anna Lane not very happy about that at all. Getting into the referee's face there a bit. Ooh, and a huge right hand from Rose, knocking Anna Lane right to the ground. Rose taking the match right back over, but Anna Lane counters, delivering a kick. And both these ladies staring each other down before Rose going ahead with the Bloodthorn. Oh, and that could have been it, ladies and gentlemen. Rose could have gotten on the board just like that, delivering a Bloodthorn and almost locking away the win here in night 2. Anna Lane responding in kindly with that bear trap she was using last night. Rose tapped out to this very maneuver in the main event. Will she? Nope. She is countering out and gets back to her feet. These two ladies know each other so well, as I've mentioned before. Anna knocks her to the ringside area. Lifts her up. Big slam to Rose on the outside. Anna taking a moment to taunt, but I do not think this is the wisest decision. She needs to go after her right now and take care of business while she still can. Anna has control of the A block. She cannot afford to lose this early on if she wants to maintain that. Rose counters and kicks Anna Lane away. Rose tosses her in the ring. Doesn't break eye contact in the slightest, but Anna gets right back up and slides under the bottom rope. Rose just absolutely laying it in. Oh, and a big suplex. Her head hitting against that ring apron. Rose throws her right back in the ring and gets in the ring herself. DDT to Anna Lane. Rose could be thinking for the pin. Could this be it? 2. Anna Lane refusing to let Rose put her away. These two ladies are putting on a great match here in Night 2 of the Triple S Cup. Rose needs the win to stay in the game. Anna needs the win to stay on top. Which one of these ladies will change the landscape of the A block here in Night 2? Anna Lane locking in that stretch one more time. Could this be it? Rose reaching for the rope. What's she gonna do? And Anna Lane lets her go. She thinks she's done enough. Could this be it? She's near the ropes though. 2, 3, and that is it! Anna Lane did the damage and gets the pin. Great match between these two ladies. As I said going in, they have about the same experience level and they know each other better than two people on the roster probably do. Rose has now entered a must-win situation for not only the Fatal 4-Way later on tonight, but for Night 3 if she has any hope to winning the Triple S Cup. Anna still in a firm position of power in the A block as she just gains more points and makes her lead even worse for the rest of the block to try to catch up with. Anna is undoubtedly looking like the breakout star so far in this tournament. Incredible performance. Up next, we got the big winner from last night, Nicole, taking on Olivia Duncan in B-block action coming up on Night 2 of the Triple S Cup.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from New York, Nightmare Nicole.
Nightmare Nicole having an excellent night 1. Could not have drafted it better. She wins her match earlier on in the night and then proceeds to win the main event. She is the only undefeated competitor in the tournament here tonight. And she's got 5 big points on the board, leading the B block. Last night during the Fatal 4-Way, Nicole tried to eliminate Olivia Duncan earlier on in the match, but there was a timing issue, and the referee missed the pinfall attempt as Anna Lane locked in her submission hold on the other side of the ring.
From Staten Island,
you have
New
to
York,
wonder if Olivia Duncan's thinking about that going into this match, and how embarrassing she ended up how embarrassing it looked from her perspective, being caught in a moment like that. And you have to imagine Nicole is just as frustrated about that moment as well, despite getting the win. I'm sure she would love nothing more than to deliver some punishment to Olivia Duncan here tonight. Both ladies swinging right out of the gate. Nicole blocks a couple shots, but Olivia keeps on firing away as she knocks Nicole to the ground. Nicole fires an elbow into her gut and delivers a huge smack before just start laying it in with multiple strikes, knocking Olivia to the ground this time. Olivia going for something there, but Nicole catches her. Big slam and turns her over for the pin. One. Olivia kicking out early on. Nicole right now may have the most impressive scoreboard, but Olivia is no slouch herself. She was in there in the Winners Fatal 4-Way last night just as Nicole was. Nicole whiffing big time with that crossbody, giving Olivia enough time to recover, but getting a big shot in anyway, throwing her into the turnbuckle. And what on earth is she? Ooh, a big neck breaker from Nicole, followed by a knee strike. It has been all Nicole so far. Olivia's gotten a few shots in, but not enough substantial offense. Olivia firing a couple kicks. Springboard. Misses with the crossbody. Olivia right back up to her feet. Throws Nicole into the ropes. Ooh, and a big super kick. Flooring Nicole. Olivia, could she be thinking about that eclipse this early? And she does not. She instead goes for a huge code breaker. Lifting Nicole up. Going for the kick that pinned the Wendigo Queen last night. 1, 2. Oh, and Nicole kicks out at 2. Olivia Duncan is as fiery and bombastic as they come. This woman's offense is exciting to watch. Nicole countering that axe handle with a huge shot to the stomach. Lifting Olivia up, delivering that big boot. And just wrapping her head in between her legs. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Olivia kicking out early. Nicole can't believe it. She thought she did enough damage there. I disagree with her. But this might do it. Nicole locking in the figure 4. Looking to bridge into the figure 8. Will Olivia Duncan tap out to the figure 8 here in night 2? This would give... Oh no. Olivia countering out and delivering a big punch to get out of that dangerous situation. I was just about to say, Nicole winning here would give a big advantage to her moving forward into the B block. Olivia going for the pin. 1, 2. Nicole kicking out. Nicole's dangerous, but Olivia has been taking it right to her after a slow start here in this bout. And goes for the eclipse. Olivia near the ropes. 1, 2. Oh, and Nicole kicks out of the eclipse. Olivia can't believe it either. And here she goes. Goes for that kick once more. That was the kick that pinned the Wendigo Queen last night. And she's looking to do it again. Will that kick put away Nicole? Oh, but Olivia going for an STF instead. Holy crap, in the middle of the ring. Can Nicole break out of the STF as this Australia crowd is going insane? Olivia rolling Nicole over. 1, 2, and Nicole kicks out again. This Australia crowd can't believe it either. Olivia one more time going for that eclipse. Can she get it? Oh, counter! Clothesline! Nicole counters and takes her back down to the mat. What an excellent match between these two ladies. Olivia counters, drop toe hold, gets her to the ground, goes right back after that left leg. Olivia thinking it one more time. Could this be it? No! A frog splash instead! Could this be it? 1, 2, 3, and Olivia Duncan puts Nicole away, handing her her first loss of the Triple S Cup. An excellent performance from both of these ladies here tonight. Olivia absolutely took it to her in this match.
Here is your winner, Olivia.
Nicole started off strong, but Olivia was able to cross the finish line. Able to knock off Nicole with that frog splash. Incredible, incredible match between those two. But coming up next, another potentially show-stealing match as Dakubara takes on the Wendigo Queen.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from California, Sweetness.
Dakubara did not have a very successful night one. However, she did end up with 1 point on the board, being the second one eliminated in that fatal four-way. Unfortunately for her, Nicole decided Nicole decided she wanted to end her partnership with Daku very early on, when she should have. Oh, I'm sorry, that was not Nicole. My bad, I'm so sorry. Britter's Bear. Britter's Bear decided she wanted to end her partnership with Daku very early on in the Fatal 4-Way last night, which unfortunately cost both of them. But that is the nature of the Triple S Cup. Britters was able to get 1 extra point over Daku anyway. So the only real winner here was the Wendigo Queen. So you have to imagine that scenario is playing through both of these ladies' heads, as Daku may be feeling a little bit of remorse for going after Wendigo Queen like that, despite getting turned on a few minutes later. And you know how vengeful the Wendigo Queen can be. I'm sure she hasn't forgotten for a moment either her or Britter's Bear faces. I'm sure her only regret right now is the fact that she didn't get to finish off Daku herself. Thank you once again for joining me here in Sydney, Australia for the first ever Triple S Cup. On behalf of BCW, we thank everyone in the BCW fan base. And if you enjoy what you see here tonight and want to see more BCW content, all you have to do is check out twitch.tv/SimCity_Red Angel. That is Twitch TV/SimCity_Red Angel. Make sure to head over there, give them a follow, give them a subscribe, and support every single one of these ladies here tonight as they move on from the Triple S Cup and continue their journey towards the BCW Women's Championship, which I can confirm here in Night 2 that Miss Gotcha will be on Night 4 in a tag team match. Her partner and opponents are yet to be determined, but the champion will be here in Sydney, Australia in 2 nights in an exhibition tag team match. Wendigo Queen taking her time, as she usually does. She is not on our time, we are on hers. Wendigo Queen did not have a very ideal Night 1 either, despite getting the big win in the Losers Fatal 4-Way. She got to the Losers Fatal 4-Way to begin with because she lost her match to Olivia Duncan earlier on in the night. Let's see if Wendigo Queen can get a real big win going into Night 3 and the Fatal 4-Ways later on tonight. Referee rings the bell. Wendigo Queen going early assault to Daku, flooring her with several shots. Wendigo Queen going right up to the top rope. Taunting her and going for a huge drop kick. Absolutely thing of beauty there. And goes right back to the arm. Wendigo Queen being as vicious and brutal as we've ever seen her before. You cannot imagine she's very happy after last night. She had a decent night from any competitor's standards. However, that loss has festered in her head. You know it has. A competitor like her is looking to sweep all opponents here tonight and try to get to the top of her block. Going for an early pin and a high kick out from Daku. Wendigo thought she had it. Wendigo coming down with those knees again and lifts her right back up to her feet. Ooh, a big V-trigger into a Frankensteiner. And Wendigo turns her over into a single-leg Boston Crab. Daku with the rope right in front of her face. She instead picks the ankle and gets Wendigo Queen on the ground. Takes a moment to taunt. Wendigo makes her pay, but Daku is able to sneak out of it before just throwing her into the turnbuckle and back down to the mat. Going for a hip toss. Does not bounce off the ropes, but goes for the pin anyway. Oh, and a 2 count. Daku, that is a deadly hip toss from Daku Bara. But you have to think that maybe she would have gotten the 3 there if she would have just did the whole... If she would have ran into the ropes and got a little bit more forward momentum on that. Daku trying to tire the Wendigo Queen out by taking it right to her. And goes for the chicken wing. Both these ladies looking for a win here after losing their singles matches in Night 1. Who is going to be the one to get it over? Wendigo Queen throws her face into the mat and just starts pounding her into the canvas. Absolute brutality. V-trigger, Frankensteiner again. And Wendigo Queen absolutely taking it to Dakubara. Drags her to the center of the ring and goes for the pin. 1, 2. Daku kicks out after a close 2 count. Wendigo. Ooh, and a big strike! Oh, and Daku kicks out! Holy crap, what a performance from Dakubara, absolutely taking all the punishment. Wendigo Queen spitting some green mist in this lady's face, and she still survived that, tackling her to the ground. Daku is showing the heart needed to take the Wendigo Queen down, but can she deliver enough punishment to take her down? We've already seen earlier on in this tournament that Wendigo Queen is mortal, so can Daku do the favor for everyone in their block here tonight? Ugh, absolute ugly choke in the corner. The ref needs to get Wendigo Queen out of there. More and more punishment on that arm. Daku sweeps the leg, lifts her up, and once again goes for that chicken wing. Can Dakubara make the Wendigo Queen tap out or pass out here in night 2? The Wendigo Queen does not go out like that, able to power out and delivering a really vicious elbow to Dakubara. And here we go, Daku, this is what I mentioned earlier, gets the full momentum and the hip toss connects. Is this it? 1, 2, 3, and that indeed is it. Dakubara getting the biggest win of her young career, pinning the Wendigo Queen here tonight. Very, very impressive victory for Dakubara as she punches her ticket to the main event. And as for the Wendigo Queen, this is an absolutely uncharacteristic performance from her. I thought after that Fatal 4-Way win last night that she was going to have all the momentum going into night 2. But that was absolutely untrue as she finds herself once again in the Losers Fatal 4-Way. Let's see if she can repeat Night 1's performance as Stacy, Nicole, Rose, and Wendigo head to the Losers Fatal 4-Way in our co-main event. Referee rings the bell, and we are off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. Despite this being the Losers Fatal 4-Way, the stakes are the same. A big 3-point swing goes to the winner, 2 points to the runner-up, 1 to the second one eliminated, and 0 to the first one out of this thing. Stacy Stagg taking Nicole to the outside with a big stunner on the apron. And Wendigo Queen just absolutely laying it into Rose. Rose able to take the Wendigo Queen down and goes to the middle rope. Jumps off, crossbody, takes her down. Wendigo Queen and Rose, no strangers to one another. Although they have not exactly had the square off that they've wanted, they did face off in the original inauguration Women's Championship Elimination Chamber, where Wendigo Queen put Rose away with the one-winged angel. Rose is very much in desperate need of some points on the board. She cannot be the first one eliminated here in this match. Wendigo locking in that single leg Boston Crab on the outside, but Rose able to power out. Meanwhile, Nicole has Stacy on her shoulders, but Stacy counters out and hits a reverse DDT to the ringside area. The ref has no choice but to look on from the ring, as all four of these ladies are absolutely beating the crap out of each other. Stacy and Nicole able to make their way back to the ring. Stacy dragging her to the middle. She thinks she's done enough. I hope I spoke too soon. Now she may think she has enough with a big curb stomp. 1, 2. Oh, Nicole so close to being the first one eliminated. And Nicole may be the first one eliminated. Stacy going for that pedigree. Rolls her on her back. 1, 2. And Nicole kicks out. Stacy getting a little desperate there. Losing her match earlier and losing being the first one eliminated in her Fatal 4-Way last night. She also needs to get some points on the board. Nicole went for a pin, but Stacy said no. Rose going for the pin on Wendigo. 1, 2. And Wendigo saying no as well. Nicole lifts her up. Big suplex to Stacy in the middle of the ring. Going for the Bloodthorn. Wendigo says no. Goes for a slap. Misses wildly. Nicole gets her up. Electric chair drop. And Nicole and Wendigo locking up. Nicole taking right back over into another devastating suplex to Wendigo Queen. Rose trying to get into the mix as well, but Nicole making her pay for it with a neck breaker. Wendigo almost taunting for the one-winged angel there. Rose kicking out at 1. You have to admire the heart of Rose as she continues to power through despite a very middling, just downright bad performance so far here in the Triple S Cup. But it is still anybody's game. A win here could do wonders for her. Wendigo thought she had a pin there, but Stacy kicking out real early on in that 1 count. Oh, and Wendigo Queen making her pay with the poison mist as Nicole locks in the Fatal 4-Way. What's the ref gonna do? It looks like the ref's attention is on Nicole. How ironic is this? Nicole's pin gets screwed over the night before due to ref being distracted, and this time the exact opposite is happening to the Wendigo Queen. And Stacy kicks out of a 2 count. She may have put her away there if the ref wasn't preoccupied with Nicole and Rose. Stacy and Rose, could they be working together? No. Stacy going for the pedigree. They may not like each other, but if they work together here, they could very much clean house of these two powerhouses. Ooh, and the pedigree almost gets the Wendigo Queen, but she kicks out. Oh my God! Stacy! Rose! 1, 2, 3, and Stacy gets pinned by Rose! I thought for a second there those two were going to work together, but no, Rose suckered her in and hit her with the Bloodthorn. What a maneuver! Wendigo Queen going for that one-winged angel. and hits it. 1, 2. Oh my God! Rose kicks out of the one-winged angel! Wendigo Queen just stomping away, making her pay for it, but Nicole catching her with a big boot. Could this be it? No, Wendigo Queen kicks out. What an incredible turn of events there. Rose looking absolutely impressive here in this Fatal 4-Way as she rests up on the outside, and Nicole looking to finish off the Wendigo Queen as she arches into the figure 8. Could this be it? Could the Wendigo Queen tap out to Nicole? And she does not. Nicole lets her go. Nicole lifts her to her feet. Locks up. Swinging neck breaker takes her to the ground. Goes for the pin one more time. 1, 2, 3, and that is enough to take out the Wendigo Queen. Rose is rest up. Hopefully she can pull out the win here, getting herself on the scoreboard. Rose absolutely swinging. Swinging for the fences as Rose goes to the top rope and awaits Nicole to get up, but that might be a little bit too far. Nicole comes running in with a forearm, knocks her back down to the mat. And here we go. Natural selection. This could be it. 1, 2, 3, and Nicole, despite losing earlier on in the night, bounces back almost immediately, winning the Fatal 4-Way. And Rose finally getting on the scoreboard with 2 big points as the runner-up, tying with Stacey Stagg. Stacey being the first one eliminated, thanks to the Bloodthorn from Rose, may have saved Rose's chances here in the Triple S Cup. Stacey and her are now tied apiece. Rose may not have the tiebreaker after losing the night prior to her. But those 2 points tying it all up and inching her way towards the top of the A block very well could be a huge factor going into night 3. An impressive performance from Nicole, but even more impressive performance from Rose, despite the loss. And now we go into our main event here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The Winners Fatal 4-Way, Anna Lane, Olivia Duncan, Britters Bear, and Daku Bara going forth for 3 big points on their respective scoreboard. Dakubara throwing multiple strikes into Britters Bear, while Anna Lane does the same, hitting a big DDT to Olivia Duncan on the side there. Anna and Daku taking over this match early. Both women can afford to as well. That is the big benefit here of the elimination format for these Fatal 4-Ways. And Daku going for that hip attack that took down the Wendigo Queen earlier in the night. 2. But Britters Bear kicks out. As I was saying, this Fatal 4-Way style elimination match is a very big advantage for these ladies, as they don't have to be worrying about what everyone else is doing. They can focus on their task at hand, eliminate who they need to eliminate, and move on to the next one. Dakubara went for that chicken wing a moment ago, but luckily Britters Bear was able to get into the ropes. Daku now focusing her attention on Olivia. Olivia taking her down with an impressive roll there. Daku getting a break there on the outside. Olivia thought about going for Anna for a sec there, but then decided against it as Britters Bear got right back to her feet. Britters Bear making her pay for that decision as well. Anna takes down Brittersbear. These two had an excellent match in night 1. And there she is, Anna going for that stomp that helped put Britters away yesterday as well. Could this be it? Could it be a repeat of night 1? And it does not. Brittersbear kicks out, much to the dismay of Anna Lane. But Anna could be going for that bear trap, which she does not. Britters counters out. Does not let her slap her own move on her this time. Anna hitting her with a big slam. And Daku locking in that chicken wing on Anna Lane. This could have huge ramifications going forward. Anna Lane is currently leading the A block, but will she tap out? Referee a little bit distracted. 1. Ooh, and a high 1. You have to think that may not have been enough to put Olivia away regardless of the referee's distraction. Daku rolling out and getting a break at ringside. Olivia up top. Jumps back down and advises against it. Anna Lane just laying it into Brittersbear. Big slam to Brittersbear. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Brittersbear absolutely relentless as she is looking to get a real big swing here in night 2. But Anna locking in the stretch of her own. Britters getting her foot on the rope. Anna takes her down. Daku goes after Olivia, with Olivia deciding she's had enough and getting a little bit of a break herself. Anna hitting the big stomp that helped put Britters away last night. But Daku breaking it up before she can pin. And this time lands that hip attack. Gets all of it running from into the ropes. 2. Anna refusing to be the first one eliminated in this match. Remember, the first one out will not get any points from this match. Daku locking in the chicken wing again. Will Anna Lane tap out? And she does not. Firing a big elbow, able to break up the hold. Anna Lane gets Brittersbear on the mat. Oh, she went for the stretch, but Daku and Olivia broke it up. A critical moment here in this match. That could have swung it big if Brittersbear went out first. Holy crap. Olivia took her down with a big slam. Britters has had enough, gets out of the match. You have to think that these two ladies are going to bring it all they have going into night 3. This here is a critical match to decide who could possibly be going up against each other in the main event of night 4 later this week. Anna locks in that stretch again. Will Olivia tap out? Anna lets her go. Daku back to her feet. Britters is also back up to her feet. Britters goes after Olivia and Daku goes after Anna. Anna throws Daku into the turnbuckle and just tosses her like a sack of potatoes. 1. Daku kicks out at 1. Impressive performance from Daku Bara here in night 2. Not only beating the Wendigo Queen, but Anna locking in that stretch one more time. Is this it for Daku? Has her luck run out? Could she be the first one eliminated? And Brittersbear locking in the bear trap in the opposite corner of the ring. The referee distracted. Britters lets her go, but goes for the pin instead. 1, 2, 3, and Brittersbear. Who got eliminated? What? Who? Oh, it was Olivia. Olivia got eliminated. And Anna taps out. Holy crap. That was insane. Daku got pinned along with Olivia. Arguably, that count could have eliminated both of those women there. Absolutely impressive. And Daku making British Bear tap out with the chicken wing. Oh my goodness! What a performance from Dakubara. I am speechless about that ending sequence of that Fatal 4-Way. That was... the ramifications of that last 60 seconds of that match could be felt throughout the entire rest of the tournament. And as you see here on the scoreboard, Anna Lane still leads the A block with 7 points, followed by British Bear, Stacy Stagg, and Rose. British Bear with 6, Stacy with 2, and Rose with 2. On the opposite end of the B block, we got Nicole with 8 points, Daku with 6, Olivia Duncan with 5, and Wendigo Queen with 4. Absolutely stunning Night 2 of the Triple S Cup as we make our way into Night 3. We are halfway there, ladies and gentlemen, and in less than 2 nights, we will be crowning our first ever Triple S Cup winner. Thank you, and join me tomorrow night for Night 3.